1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault-Tec, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Fallout 76 is an online action role-playing game developed by Bethesda Game Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks, released for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One on November 14, 2018. It is an installment in the Fallout series and a prequel to previous entries. Fallout 76 is Bethesda Game Studios' first multiplayer game. Players explore the open world, which has been torn apart by a nuclear war, with other players. Bethesda developed the game using a modified version of its creation engine, which allowed the accommodation of multiplayer gameplay and a more detailed game world than in the previous games before it. Fallout 76 was released to generally mixed reviews, with criticism for the game's numerous technical issues, bugs, lack of game purpose and grind to progress in the game. The game was subject of several controversies, chiefly with regard to the quality of physical content. While the number of Bethesda responses and attempts to provide ongoing support related to Fallout 76 in the months following its launch, they were also met with criticism for how they handled it. The game sold 1.4 million copies by the end of 2018. Wastelanders, an update that reintroduces non-playable characters into the series, NPCs, launched in April 2020, giving the game a breadth of how the game should have launched. Welcome to my experience in Fallout 76 and how I feel it's doing in 2020. The background has been a fresh start. It's how the game starts, it's how you feel in the first 10 minutes, so it's not really filled with any spoilers. Now let's get into my opinion on the game. It delivers a great world that's vastly larger than the previous Fallout games. As Todd said, 4 times bigger than Fallout 4. Wow, amazing, right? No, not at all. Movement in this game is limited by the AP, that bar in the bottom right corner, and it can get tedious as you're constantly monitoring your AP and having to stop at snail's pace and walk. The biggest thing going for this game is the immersion you can get into. I won't lie, I genuinely have enjoyed this game. There's a lot I do greatly enjoy in the world. The creatures, the monsters that lurk in it are interesting, great set pieces, and the quests that follow along do greatly increase the value and enjoyment I've had. In the long run, but those quests are far in between. I've encountered a quest like the Mothman quest or the Sheep Squatch quest in a handful of times. In almost 60 hours of 76, I've only encountered them a couple times. Next is the NPC quest, which I haven't even bothered starting. There are forums everywhere talking about how grindy and not worth it is. So I don't even start it. Why ruin that fun that I'm trying to hold on to? That little enjoyment I get here and there, or the little to no content and enjoyment. There are some grindy things that I have enjoyed. The base building is really enjoyable. Not the most fancy or crazy in-depth building, but just enough to get by and feel good when you build yourself a base, fill it with heads of creatures you've killed, or a jukebox, or couches for having friends come over, or your bobblehead collection. It's nice. Get materials, it's not too difficult either. You just gotta hoard the junk that you find through your adventure and scrap it at a workbench or any crafting bench that you find through your adventure. The biggest killer of my experience were the bugs encountered. So, example of this is you encounter a level 60 enemy. I'm only level 30, but that enemy is frozen in place, or the AI is just broken, so it doesn't do anything. It kills that immersion. Like, I wanted to encounter a challenge. I enjoy challenges, but how many times I've encountered broken enemies or bug player events as it really just kills that moment or that vibe that I was getting my enjoyment out of. May kill a session of an hour, or that could have been 8 if I didn't encounter these bugs that just ruined and killed my enjoyment. Another thing is the PvP, which I don't think should even be in the game. The feature's just pointless. No one uses it. The 1 or 2 times I have used it, it was to fuck with my friend and just kill him, and ended up getting killed because I'm shit. It's just pointless in my opinion. I can't fault Bethesda for everything. They don't make multiplayer games. Elder Scrolls Online. Ignore that one. I'm kidding. But it is sad to see a big company that has so many loyal fans release a game that is definitely not up to Bethesda standard. And a game in 2018 that wasn't even near the bar of quality standard. It didn't even hit the bare minimum of quality of 2018. There were so many better games that released. It's just a sad thing to see. So many people were waiting for the next Fallout game, and this doesn't quench that thirst or that hunger for a good open world survival game that people want. But lastly, I'm just going to touch on it for 2 seconds. Fallout Nuclear Winter, which is Fallout's attempt, or Bethesda's attempt at VR. And honestly, it's just filled with hackers. It's not fun or acceptable that this is how it is. It's just not worth it. It shouldn't have been added in the first place. They just jumped in on the hype of the BR life that everyone was cashing in on. So it just looks like a sad cash grab in my opinion, and I hate to see that. It's not good. It's not good at all. And I wish it wasn't in the game in the first place. But yeah. One last thing too to touch on is the Item Shop. Item Shop is Bethesda's V-Bucks store, basically. As the reference all to those Fortnite kids out there, shout out to the Fortnites. If you like Fortnite, just kidding, it's a joke. But yeah, to buy one skin, it's $10. $10 for a single skin is absurd. I don't know exactly how much it is in Fortnite, but $10 for one skin is absurd. That is absolutely absurd. They have given away a bunch of things for free, which I can't fault them for. They do technically have a battle pass called the Legendary Run that you just slowly rank up over time. So I can appreciate that. Free stuff is free stuff. But $10 for one skin is absurd. $2 maybe. But even then, it's absurd. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first time of these videos I've done. Yeah, the first type of videos, not time. In case you can't understand my shit speak. But it is the first time I've done this kind of video. So I do hope you really enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Hit that follow button. Just basically subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Leave you with a little bit of my gameplay from my high level account, just to show you what happens the higher level you get. You get power armor and stuff like that. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'll roll the music, and later.